Hey, what's up guys, Seerz here. Now I'm going to be sharing with you guys today the 15 best money making methods that I know about, and they are pretty secretive and unique and whatnot. But yeah, you guys are gonna have a blast with this, especially if your bank is a low so hopefully you enjoy, guys. Also, we did just get a new sponsor for the channel, Amazon Audible. You guys know what it is. No one likes reading books and pages anymore. Definitely escape and listen to Audible. You get a month free and then 2 free books after that. Definitely just check it out. Alright, so number 15, and like I said, it will go up in value each number, so this is the worst one, and this one varies quite a bit as well. Making tablets is pretty well known, but I do want to show you a little trick that may help. If you guys are looking to make tablets, go to world 330, you can use the Nightmare Zone teleport next to, the quest list. Once you arrive at the Unil house portal, it should not be hard to find a player advertising another player's house that normally has over 90 construction, and you can use their lectern to make every single tablet. You could also move your house to Unil and then set it so you teleport outside of your house when you do teleport, and then go straight into that player's house. It's very quick. I'll go over a chart of which tabs are the best to make right now, but you might want to look at the clay and the soft clay margins. If you guys do have Lunar Spellbook unlock, you could use Humidify and make 600 gold each cast, and it's pretty awesome. It does the whole inventory at one time, and that's like amazing magic XP and gold, and then you could turn it into your own tablets and make bank. Number 14, mining Volcanic Ash, or you could just buy it and turning it into Ultra Compost. Prices will definitely vary, but currently the new farming guild is about to come out, and Volcanic Ash, Ultra Compost, Super Compost, all the seeds are like through the roof, and this method can rake you in 900k plus just mining the Volcanic Ash. It only takes about 10 minutes to unlock this spot on Fossil Island, but I would definitely check out another guide on how to do it. Mining Volcanic Ash is decently AFK. You can probably rake around 1.2k ash per hour, plus you get gems, and you might want to wear the Charge Glory, because without it, I wasn't getting many gems, but when I did wear it, I got quite a bit. I did mention earlier how you could just buy Volcanic Ash from the Grand Exchange and then combine it with Super Compost. Putting it together will equal out to like 1.3k, and then you can sell it for 2k, although again the prices are extremely skewed just because of the new update, although in the future you might want to check over it, and it still could be around 400-500 gold profit. Cleaning herbs and making unfinished potions, you can roughly clean about 10,000 herbs per hour, and depending on which herb you choose, the prices are always going to change. I'll put a chart up just so you guys can see of the current prices of which one you guys might want to do. Depending on which herb you clean, you could make around 150k up to 1 mil an hour, although your wrist is going to hurt quite bad. A relevant alternative is making unfinished potions, although you do need the herb lore level that you're trying to make the potion for, and this is amazing money. All the high levels, people are rich nowadays, they don't want to make the unfinished potions because it's so slow and you don't get any XP for it. So if you just make these and sell them, you can get around 300 gold plus, and again, feel free to check out this chart of the current prices. Alright, number 12, ants. This is in the wild, so if you're scared of that type of stuff, maybe go to number 11, although I would like to show you guys because this is a pretty damn good method. Use the games necklace and teleport to the corporal beast. You could just walk outside and kill all the ants right here, although the unicorns attack you and a good amount of PKers and bots, and just people come and distract you, although I like to go over here. This is probably the best spot. This method is very AFK. Killing the ants is fairly easy. You just sit back and safe spot, use like range, and then when it dies, you can use the axe on it for probably about a minute to a minute and a half, and depending on your woodcutting level, you can get a good amount of logs. Check this out. You might want to consider doing Wilderness Slayer, and you could then get ents as a task, and then get Mysterious Emblems as a drop, which are like 135k in the Grand Exchange. Some extra money right there. Definitely a unique method. I'm sure many of you guys wouldn't expect buying dyes to be on this, top money makers list, although it's upwards of 750k an hour. There is quite a big downside though. You have to complete Underground Pass and Roving Elves quest. If you do have the requirement, I would definitely try this out for like a half hour, 1 hour one time and see if the, the prices are still going for a nice margin. Dyes are used quite a bit in Osrs. I think for the last 3 or 4 years, they've maintained this price, if not even, actually gone up in price. So I would definitely check this out if you do have the requirements. A very cool city, the bank is right there, and you just sell them in the GE and lay back. Number 10, Wines of Zammy, a well-known item. Now this is a long-known method and most players stayed away from this money-making method due to the bots, but they've just added upstairs where you need a Zammy rope top and bottom, and it's so much better. You can get around like 700k-ish gold an hour, although prices change due to herb lore and the price of range pots, all that type of stuff. There's ultimately no more bots. If you do attempt to get the wine off the table, all of these monks will attack you, so you might want to bring a couple of food, and protect from melee will not work. I would definitely recommend getting a looting bag for 10k bounty hunter points. Once your inventory is full, just run 15 squares north of the Zamrock Temple, hop over the wilderness, and put all the wines into the the looting bag, and then you have 28 extra inventory spots. I would say this method is a stable 700k, although Wines of Zammy used to be 3k plus. They're about 2k now, so they could rise in the future, making this method over 1 mil. Number 9, Ardy General Store. If you are interested in this money making method, it is definitely great. You need no requirement at all, except maybe 500k, a mil or two. You can see what items I'm selling, a lot of logs, a lot of gold items, jewelry, but I would advise you to hop around for about 5 minutes to see what everyone else is selling, because items do change and want to see what's hot, what's the best profit. And I would advise you that like rune items and all that stuff will not work. They did put a patch on it, because back in the day, people used to make over 7 mil an hour selling a whole bunch of alchemical items to the Karamja store with the hard gloves. If you do fill your inventory with the max items you could sell within the store, I think there's like 15 plus spaces, and there's not many people doing this, you could easily make 1 mil plus an hour. Okay, up next, Eclectic Implings. It is worth it just to buy them from the Grand Exchange and then open them in hopes that you get a pair of Ranger boots. Not to mention you can get cloaks, holy sandals, and wizard boots. Honestly, medium clues are underlooked, and you can complete them in like 5-10 minutes, easily do about 10 to 15 an hour if you're really on point. You could also go to Puro and just farm the Eclectic Implings for around 700k an hour, because they are about 3 to 4k. Players definitely want those medium clue scrolls from the Grand Exchange, so it's a good money making method on the side. I'm telling you guys, after this one it starts to get really juicy, but we gotta give a shout out to the alternative accounts, and specifically the KBD alts. I honestly feel like almost everyone in Osrs should do this. All you need is 46 range to go to KBD, and of course you would have to buy your first bond or whatever, but just doing KBD for a couple hours, you could then pay for the bond on that account, or just keep farming bonds over and over. I mean, 46 range, and of course at that range level you get an adamant crossbow, which you could then use adamant ruby bolts enchanted, which can hit KBD up to 50s or 48s and every other boss. It's very powerful, especially in the wilderness against Spider and the Callisto. You could get like 10 of these accounts and just farm it in multi and kill like hundreds an hour. Another perk about the KBD alt is trading him the 3 items, so if you do get killed while you teleport up there by PKer, you don't actually lose anything, and of course you would bring 3 items, so then you have him trade inside the cave. You have 6 items on your main that you can do damage with, instead of wearing like a glory and climbing boots and all that good stuff. And another recommendation is definitely have looting bags on all the accounts, so when your inventory does get full, you can just go outside with the lever, fill it back up, and go back in, but watch out for PKers. You could also have these alts bank the loot and go back and get more supplies like sharks and potions and come back, so in theory you would never have to leave KBD. Definitely a way to do your Slayer task. Yes, Goblin Cave Wire coming in at number 6. This is where it really starts to pick up and some money can be made. You can get this wire a couple ways, all from inside the Goblin City under Lumbridge. You can actually pickpocket the goblins for 36 thieving, or you can go to the chests in the stalls for 52 and 78 thieving. So I would definitely look into this. It's like a mil plus an hour. I would say 1.3 mil. I was making absolute bank. Honestly, yeah, again, like I said, best way to train crafting in the game. Just many players don't know about it, except kind of like the high nerds with max capes and stuff, and it's very hard to buy. But if more players sold it, it would be a good exchange. So definitely go look into that, guys. The last method was definitely unique, and this one is more well known, although still not enough players are doing it, I'm telling you, especially with the players that actually have the levels. So I'm going to start off with the Dragonfire Shields and the Visage. Definitely you will need some money to do some of these methods, but just hang in with me, this is insane. So you guys want to see how to make some big money, check this out. I bought the Visages for 7.3 mil each, took a minute or two to go through. I then headed south to the Anvils, hopped around in a populated world, found someone with 90 smithing, and said, hey bro, for collateral, you know, he has to pay me 36 mil cash. I then have him smith it for me. I give him a little tip, 50k, 100k. Now let's head back to the Grand Exchange and check out what I sell them for in 5 minutes tops. Another great item is the Pharaoh Scepter. We can see right here 120k profit. You need 6 gold seals per like charge, so that's only like 3k. It's nothing at all, and you can easily get like 20 an hour, collect a whole bunch, go to the mummy, recharge them, go back and sell them. Easy money. We can see the Primordials make about 200 to 400k profit each one. You could also do Eternal Boots, Guardian Boots, Pegygian Boots if you have the money. You could also place an offer for Odium and Malediction Shards, maybe while you sleep overnight, wake up, get a whole bunch of shards, go out to the Volcano and 50 Wilderness, put them together, and then sell the shields for a couple 100k profit each. Another item not many people know about, definitely a unique little money making method, although it's very unstable. I wouldn't even try this for, you know, a week or two after this video, and I would definitely check out the prices. If you happen to buy the glasses from the Grand Exchange, extremely rare, and combine them with the blue party hat to make a blue party hat and specs, you can make a lot of gold. What you want to do is go out to the Mostly Harmless Island, I think that's what it's called, or you can actually teleport with a Trouble Brewing games teleport, mini game teleport. Yeah, that's the best way to get out there. It's definitely the quickest way, or you'd have to travel like 10 minutes via boat and all that type of stuff. Oh man, I'm adding way too much value. I'm giving away all my secrets in this video. If you're watching this moment, I'm sure, you know, 30% of the people already dipped by now. If you're watching right now, you're getting so many good tips. You can also check the Bounty Hunter store and like do the math on the points per the emblems. You could also go to the emblem trader CC and get a whole bunch of tier 10s for very cheap and whatnot. And yeah, buy like the Anakara teleports, the Gorak, all the armor, all that stuff, and make some nice profit if the mathematics is right, so make sure you guys check it. Also, rewarding any player watching this far clearly shows you need to make some money and you do care about your gains. I'm going to be giving away a Bandos chestplate, a Ranger tunic, and a Fury. Just comment your RSN and your favorite boss to kill. Good luck. The flip, the farm, the bird. Of course, a flip run via merching, a farm run, and then a birdhouse run. You'll definitely want to be doing many of these per day, or you know, you're not going to get rich. Honestly, it's the best way to make gold in between going to bosses and doing slayer tasks, all that type of stuff. What most efficient players do is they'll do a flip run, a farm run, and a bird run before they go to sleep. Every herb run you can make at least 150k in 5 minutes. Every birdhouse run you could, you know, make 300k plus. Check out my video of opening 1,000 seeded birdhouses. And then of course you would end it with a flip merch run. This is one of the best ways to make gold in my opinion, honestly. I actually use GE Tracker. It has so many items posted. It re-ups every 10 minutes and you can see all the margins between. It's very easy to make gold, and yeah, it's amazing. Number 3, looting. This is by far my favorite. You can do this on a level 3 account with 0 gold pieces. I would probably do this the first day you got membership if you're still like under level 30 or 40, and then you'd want to move on to questing. You could go to the Grand Exchange PvP worlds or World 18 Bounty Hunter in the Wilderness, but I personally have liked the Revenant Caves recently. You can make a lot of gold from everyone dying, all the drops, all the clans. We can check out this clip and check out what I just recently looted. The only downside is when you're waiting around for someone to die or for loot to show up, it kind of takes forever. It's one of those things that when you're not expecting it, it shows up all the time, but then when you go out and look for it, it is hard to find. I promise you though, if you're in the right place at the right time, you could get some bank. Number 2, investing with your gold pieces that you currently have. I've probably made around 2 billion gold from bossing and 2 billion gold from investing mainly. And the best thing about it, it takes no time. You just use your gold that you already have. I mean, just if we think about Zulrah scales, about a year ago they were 100 each, now they're 250. So if you had 100 mil, you would have just made 150 mil in a year for doing nothing at all. I had a large amount of wealth bought before the free-to-play PvP worlds came out a couple months ago, and we can see all the gilded, all the monk's robes, all the fish, all that stuff. It went up extreme. I think I made probably around 500 mil total. It was a very good week. And of course, it took an hour or two of researching these items, about a month or two before the update actually came, so I was ahead of the crowd and really got the jump, made some gains. And before we get to number 1, if you guys are enjoying so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe with the bell notification on. Alright, now coming in at number 1, turning seeds into saplings with humidify or doing it regular. I feel like at this stage in the game, everyone knows that farming herbs is the way to go to get gold, but it's not that much XP. Although if you do farm trees, you lose a lot of gold. Many rich players happily spend over 100 mil to get 99 farming, and with the new farming guild, there's another patch release, so players are going to be farming it up. And again, the prices of the seeds change all the time. I would research the prices of each seed, which one's the best, although I do them all because they're all freaking good. You can do about 6,000 saplings an hour. Of course, you just put the seed into a plant seeded pot with a trowel, then add water to it. You could just use a bucket of water or watering can, but I would highly recommend doing humidify with the lunar spellbook. Costs 1 astral to do a whole inventory. And honestly, this money making method can easily reach over 10 mil gold an hour. Again, we can do 6,000 an hour. So if the profit's only, 1k, that's 6 mil. If it's a 3k margin, you're looking at 18 million gold. Hey, I appreciate you guys making it to the end. Hopefully you learned a couple money making methods that you did not know about. Also, don't forget to check out that link in the description for the new sponsor of the channel, Amazon Audible. Have a good one. See ya.